Hey guys, Joel and Dharma here. We are back with our episodes of Dark. We're on to episode 4 now. If you want a full breakdown and recap of the last episode, it is on the last episode because we just want to get on with things today and find out what happens next. We had a lot of flicking between timelines in the last one, and we finally got to see the reaction that Ulrich got when he was shown that his son was actually there and that he's not dead. So we're just going to carry on. This is episode 4.
Oh, he's back in the 50s.
Tell with the claws.
Yeah.
Was ist denn mit dem passiert? Woher hast du das? Was willst du hier?
That looks way too old. There's no machinery. They're doing it by hand.
This is like 20s. What? Oh, come on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look
Wo warst du
nice.
stationiert?
Ostfront.
Sag deinem Bruder, er soll die Kammer herrichten. Aber nur für ein paar Tage.
Aber welches Jahr haben wir?
Yeah. They'll just think you've been tortured a
Haben sie aber
lot.
ganz ordentlich zugerichtet,
Ja.
was? 1921.
Ja.
He's 21.
Ja.
Frau Doppler hat angerufen, hat sich krank gemeldet.
Was hat sie denn? Sie sind Herr Wöller, richtig?
Ja?
Sie haben noch ein Auto.
Learn to drive, man.
Yeah.
Wunderbar.
Woher hast du die?
Wer ist das?
Das ist kompliziert.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that.
Mama, warum hast du das?
Was machen wir jetzt mit Mama?
Ich weiß es nicht.
Martha,
Franziska.
Was du hier willst.
wir müssen reden.
Bin ich jetzt der Babysitter, während ihr herummacht, oder was?
Warum hast denn du die überhaupt mitgebracht?
Meine Eltern sind seit 2 Tagen gar nicht mehr zu Hause. Kann sie doch nicht einfach allein lassen.
Ich will endlich rausfinden, was Sache ist.
Willst du jetzt in die Höhlen gehen, oder was?
Kannst ja hier bleiben.
Noah?
Die Leute sagen, dass Erna zu keinem streunenden
Oh, no.
Hund Nein
Yes.
sagen kann.
Ich bin hier nicht richtig.
Ich hatte dich mir anders vorgestellt.
Sigmundas Creatus est.
Claudia Tiedemann. Sie hat das Werk früher geleitet. Wissen Sie, wo ich sie finden kann?
Also hier gibt es nur einen Tiedemann, Alexander Tiedemann, der leitet das Werk.
Alexander Tiedemann.
Sie wissen von dieser Tür in der Höhle?
Wurde in den 80ern verbaut. Ist damals bereits verschweißt worden. Als Sicherheitsmaßnahme.
Jeder, der hier geboren wurde,
Yeah.
ist doch seltsam. Für eine Stadt von dieser Größe.
Sie sind 86 nach Winden gekommen. Zu derselben Zeit, als der Junge verschwunden ist.
Mats Nielsen.
Was spielt das für eine Rolle?
Wahrscheinlich keine.
Warum haben Sie den Namen Ihrer Frau angenommen?
Regina hat keine Geschwister. Wir wollten den Namen am Leben erhalten.
Wie ist Ihr richtiger Name?
Alexander Köhler.
Dass jemand sehr viel Wert darauf legt, dass beides nicht gefunden wird.
It's
Du
blackmail.
erpresst jemanden.
Yes.
Wer bist du eigentlich?
Danke, dass du so schnell gekommen bist. Ich weiß, das macht alles überhaupt keinen Sinn, aber das ist Jonas. Er ist viel älter und er weiß, wo mein Jonas ist und er weiß auch, wo Ulrich ist.
Du bist der Mann aus dem Hotel, von dem Regina erzählt hat. Der Mann hier. Der Priester.
It's
Weißt
Noah.
du, wer das ist?
Es ist nur
A cult.
zu Sigmundus,
Yeah.
zu den Reisenden.
Ah, the Travelers.
Reisenden? Sigmundus Creatus est?
Worüber redet ihr? Du wusstest das alles. Das mit der Zeitreise.
Es gibt da etwas, das ihr beide sehen solltet.
Du bleibst bei mir. Du machst, was ich dir sage. Okay?
Wo kann ich Artikel und Veröffentlichungen der letzten 30 Jahre finden?
Das ist alles digitalisiert.
Sorry, what now?
She doesn't know what that means.
There's no button, sweetheart. It's a touchscreen.
Wo ist denn die Tastatur?
Gibt's nicht.
Just
Observe.
Watch her.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's all I'll have to say. You just disappeared without a trace.
Ihr Mann hat sich letztes Jahr umgebracht. Sie aufgehängt. Es gab Gerüchte, dass sie eine Affäre hat mit
She did.
Nielsen.
Und hat Frau Nielsen das gewusst?
She does.
Wie kommt man zu seinem Posten? Sonderkommission. Haben Sie sich das freiwillig ausgesucht?
Oh ja. Das habe ich.
Claudia Tiedemann. Sie kannte die genauen Zeiten und wann das passiert.
Michael, Mikkel, Ulrich. Habt ihr alles gewusst?
Da steht alles drin. Über die Kinder, Zeichnungen, Tabellen. Wir haben es nicht ganz verstanden.
That's the
That's what he was
pages
looking
missing.
Die
for.
letzten Seiten wurden rausgerissen.
Weiß Katharina davon? Ihr müsst es ihr sagen.
Aber ich mach das.
Ja.
Ihr habt sie gefunden.
Wir haben sie gefunden. Beide. Sie sind nicht tot. Sie leben. Aber sie sind nicht hier.
Ja.
Du hast gesagt, du glaubst, dass Mikkel in der Höhle war. Du hattest recht. Mikkel war in der Höhle und Ulrich hat ihn da gesucht. Eine Art Riss in der Zeit.
Wollt ihr mich verarschen?
No.
Not in the slightest.
Charlotte hat recht.
Wer bist denn du? Bist du ihr Neuer?
I'm a son.
Ich bin Jonas. Ihr Sohn. Und dein Enkel.
Yeah, I was say you're my grandma.
Yeah, you are. So that's her.
Jonas? Oh, Bartosz. Right.
Was machst du hier?
Was soll die Scheiße?
Ich kann's einfach nicht fassen, dass ihr ihm diese ganze Scheiße abnehmt.
You'll know if it works if the wind's there. It's there.
No, there's no wind.
No, there's no wind.
You are trapped.
You're stuck here for now.
Wenn du mit dieser ganzen Scheiße hier irgendwas zu tun hast.
Fick dich.
Lass das. Mann, jetzt sag uns einfach, warum du hier bist.
There you go.
You will have no idea what this thing does.
No, they don't.
This is how she ends up leading the resistance.
Could be.
Wenn du mit Mikkel oder Papa irgendwas zu tun hast, dann bringe ich dich um.
Den lassen wir hier.
He'll die.
Dann ändert er vielleicht seine Meinung.
Und wir haben eine Stadt voller Menschen, die sich belügen, betrügen und hintergehen. Und die offensichtlich allesamt damit beschäftigt sind, zu verheimlichen, was hier wirklich vor sich geht.
No, she's gonna check the school records.
She is.
Yeah?
Oh, this is gonna freak her out.
That's what I
now,
said, and I
'cause-
forgot. There it is. There he is.
There he is. Now denied.
Es wird noch fast 32 Jahre dauern, bis sie sich öffnet. Sie warten auf dich.
Wer wartet auf mich?
Sigmundus.
Er hat gesagt, es gibt ein Schlupfloch.
Wer?
Adam. Deswegen bin ich hier. Du bist einer von ihnen. Ein Reisender.
Noch nicht. Aber das werde ich bald.
Muss eigenartig sein, mich hier zu sehen. Meine Bekanntschaft hast du ja schon gemacht.
Was ist da drin? Was ist das?
Das Buch, wer hat es geschrieben?
Wer auch immer es geschrieben hat, hat Zukunft und Vergangenheit bereits gesehen.
Das Reisen geht nicht spurlos an einem vorbei. Der menschliche Körper ist auf Dauer nicht dafür geschaffen. Wollen wir anfangen?
Wer sind Sie?
I've got a horrible feeling here.
Kannst du dir das nicht denken?
Then it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traveling
This is a result
continuously.
of all the traveling.
Yeah.
Das kann nicht sein.
Jeder an seinem Bestimmungsort. Jetzt fehlt nur noch ein kleiner Schubs.
So, I was just saying at the end there then, I'm like, so is this, Adam is now Jonas, is this the result, you know, of everything that's happened to his face? Is this him finally throwing in the towel and trying on multiple occasions to fix the timeline, that he's now actually just pushing for the Armageddon to go, you know what, it can't be fixed?
Or is he in the same impossible situation that he just mentioned where he was talking to them a lot as the older Jonas in the cave, mentioning that she tried to fix it and in the end she became what she was trying to stop.
That's what I mean.
And he's the same, that he can't, that at that age, whatever age he is there now, and however many times he's travelled back and forth between the timelines, that he sees it so predetermined, and no matter what move you make, there's a counter move that makes it inevitable, that every piece is where it's meant to be. He's just said that himself now.
Yeah, like I said,
And there's no change in it, and it's why he's trying to get a final cycle to what we think is to end it all. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, well, I said a few of back in season 1, is the only course of action inaction. Is it to go, look, everyone needs to be where they are, and everyone who starts trying to fiddle with it needs to not be able to fiddle with it for it to reset.
But for it to reset, all the people that are in timelines where they're not meant to be, like she's just found out now, trying to figure out where Ulrich and Mikkel is by going, so my husband's in the 50s and my son's in the 80s, and to get all these people back in place, in effect, is like pulling at a thread.
Yeah.
You know, and each one's a thread. How would you put them? The only way for it to have inaction, if there's none of them to be dotted all over where they are currently are now, how would you get them all back? That is the other paradox of trying to fix this. How would you get them all back and then do inaction and not have them do anything? If you have an inaction of just leaving them all where they are now, you continue to perpetuating the cycle.
No, I mean everyone figuring out stuff and getting to a point where you're like, you keep trying with your machines to do this and to do that and to do the other.
Yeah.
Wherever the start of the chess game is, which is halfway through a game, it's not all your pawns on the front row and everything else. Getting everyone back to their start position when all of this starts unraveling and letting it flow and seeing from there.
But, like you said, as it showed us in the last portion of it there, showing us the church and then underneath the church, and then him showing another area that looks like, you said, that looks like an ancient monument that goes into another area that goes further down below the church again. How long has this been here?
Well, if you look at all of the art, the paintings and everything else, if you look at what looks like Bosch on the wall, I've no idea, I don't know art.
No.
But if you look at the themes that are around from that time period, I'm talking Renaissance and even before, there is a thematic theme. God, afterlife, heaven, hell, the apocalypse, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, you know, everything that comes on, there's a theme. Does this original thing happen back in the times of what looks like to me at least like ancient Roman or Greek sort of place, which makes sense because they colonized most of Europe first. Their stuff will be underneath. But if that's the case, then you're talking about having like some sort of seer from back then knowing that time travel
or
will be possible
they're
in
the
the
ones
future.
who constructed all of this from something that's been there since the beginning of time. Literally, because time as we know it as normal humans is of a linear nature, and she's just mentioned there in the future. People say it's a piece of God. I think it's a piece of the devil. Is this, it's like lost time, is this something created by God at the dawn of existence on our planet and time that isn't linear? And that's what's been discovered by us as humans way back then and has been manipulated ever since, because it's there and it's always there.
Or
I don't know.
Or
I'm
rather,
just surmising.
expanding on your theme. Not that time for us isn't linear. We observe it as linear because we only live our lives. We're born, we live, we die. Everything else is an A to
That's
B.
what I'm saying.
Getting
As
through
humans,
to it.
we're meant to be constrained by them.
But is this like an old sort of temple worship ground, whatever it is, where that can be observed? And we're not supposed to observe it, and this is what happens if you allow the hubris of humans to go in and start seeing
And
stuff.
start
Peeking
messing
behind
with
the curtain,
Yeah.
yeah? You're looking at Oz.
Is this
You're looking at the
thing-
wizard.
For all we know, this is something that is not man-made in the slightest. It's created by God for God to be able to do. For only gods to mess with, for not humans to discover it's there or its purpose and manipulate it to their own end, which is what all humans would do, which is what's happened in this town and is still happening now. Even the detective has said it. This entire town lies, cheats, steals, and conceals everything, because everyone in this town is out for their own ends, whatever that may be. And that is what humankind is. So if you give them something godlike, which is the power to go when and wherever, this is what would happen.
Yeah, I'm
They
not.
create their own apocalypse.
I'm not necessarily saying it's anything to do with the religious aspect, other than the
Dunno.
fact that we've had it presented to us in the show.
Yeah.
I'm not exploring, I'm not going down theology or anything like that with it, other than you've chosen a church as your symbol above what looks like the doors. The only buildings from that era that survived were places of importance. So that you're talking your
Correct.
temples, you're talking your court buildings, and you're talking like gladiatorial arenas. That was the things that survived. Homes and stuff of non-importance didn't survive. They didn't build them out of stone. They didn't make that much effort to have them stand the passage of
Or
time.
anything that was religious or prayed to.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like a temple or somewhere to worship or whatever.
It's this show's gone far more in depth and far more expanded than I expected it to do. I thought we were going to be just stuck to these 3 timelines that the show showed us, and it was just the nuclear power plant that's caused some sort of cataclysmic accident that's caused a rip in the fabric of space-time, and that was it. It's gone way further than that.
Yeah,
now.
that's
But
nothing
I
to
still
do with
don't
it.
know.
It's just something you can use to manipulate to mimic what's already there.
I still
And
don't know
that
where it's gonna
is
go.
like, what? I thought season 1 finishing, I was like, yeah, so it's time travel, people in different times. Oh my god, what happened?
season 2.
And season 2 is just gone, you think you know what's going on? You don't.
No, you don't. And the great thing about it is, because we're reacting to it as where we are now, I think we are literally just going to come towards the end of season 2, as season 3 is actually been announced and going to be released in mid-June. So
We can binge
more,
it.
There's
As
way
in
more
back
to
to
come.
back to
We can
back.
carry on to binge it, which is fabulous. Right, guys, that will do for now. That was episode 4 of season 2. We'll be back for episode 5 next week as normal. I'm sorry if the lighting's got a little bit weird in here now, but it's gone dark on us while we're recording this, and I've not put any sort of illumination on in the background. Oh well, never mind. Maybe I should put it on remote control next time. Right, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please don't forget, the full version of this episode is available over on Patreon. The link will be in the description as always, and if you enjoyed the content, please give the video a thumbs up, and while you're at it, hit the subscribe button and you know when the next episode releases. So until then, guys, we'd like to thank you very much for watching. We'll see you for the next episode, Doc, next week.
Goodbye.
Take care.